Hey, what is up guys? Tech here, and today we have the iPhone 14 iOS 26 review. Now this is going to be a really random review because you're not going to be seeing a lot of tech channels doing these, operating systems with the actual phone review. They might be doing the phone review just itself, but here's the thing. iPhone 11, iPhone 12, and the iPhone 13 have been quite laggy experience with iOS 26, and the only phone that hasn't been lagging is the iPhone 14 up until the iPhone 17. Well, that's kind of obvious, but it's pretty weird. The iPhone 14 doesn't have a much better processor than the iPhone 13, but it's actually much better handling. But as you know, we have to start off with this review by telling you how you're going to be feeling with this phone. So like as I said, it is a pretty liquid glass feel, and the animations are really fast now. In fact, I think they've actually optimized it to be much faster with the phone itself, and I think they've done a lot of improvements, like the camera, like the overall smooth and scrollness, and the wallpaper changes and all that kind of stuff with the phone. I think they've really improved it up until that point, because it's going to be just a better overall feel, and it looks pretty good. But it is kind of battery consuming, because I think the battery's gotten worse overall for me. Like, it's been at 3 hours screen on time, now it's about 2 hours and 30 minutes, and that's pretty not good. But I think it's because it's a really it's a really heavy operating system, the iOS 26. It takes about 7 gigabytes, and it takes about almost maybe 30 minutes for it to download everything. I don't think it's going to be just a very overall fair experience, because with some other iPhones it will be really laggy, and some phones will not be laggy, and that's not going to be good, because you might have spent your money to get the iPhone 13. It's not going to be the smoothest thing ever. Maybe it's not going to be laggy for some people, but I know it's kind of laggy for other people. But the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 11 have been really laggy overall experience with the iOS 26. But it's probably because they want you to buy another phone, and maybe buy a newer phone, because the phone is so, old, and maybe that's kind of the way. They're pretty smart that way. But this phone is going to, the iPhone 14 is going to be really good with iOS 26. All the features, like the wallpaper that changes, camera changes, animation changes, flashlight changes, many things in this phone are going to be much better with the iOS 26. And covering with this phone, this phone only has 4 gigs of RAM and 120 gigs of storage, with about 6 gigs of RAM. Messed that up. But with this phone itself, you will understand that the more you use the phone, the more better it's going to feel. Because this isn't my main phone. This is actually a family member's phone, but this phone is not going to have this stuff. Like, I only use this for maybe 1 day, but for maybe people getting used to it, they might like it more than I have. They might enjoy it more than I have, because when I have the phone, this isn't my main phone. That's the thing. I'm only using this phone for maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, just to give you the review how it feel. But in my opinion, an Android guy using an iPhone, yeah, iOS 26 is pretty good. I wouldn't really recommend you not updating your phone unless you have the iPhone 11, iPhone 12, iPhone 13. But if you have the iPhone 14, I would recommend you downloading the iOS 26, and if it's going to be a good experience. But yeah, it's a good overall experience. That's going to be my review basically. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. See you guys next one. Bye.